Today, we're discussing an interesting subject: narcissists and their weird ways of eating. If you're new to it, narcissism is when someone thinks they're more important than everyone else, needs lots of attention and praise, and doesn't care about other people's feelings. But how does this come out when they're eating? It's stranger than you think. The world of a narcissist is a very odd one. So get ready, here are 5 weird eating habits of a narcissist. First off, we have the narcissist who behaves animalistically when eating. Picture this: a person with a complete disregard for table manners, engrossed in their own world of consumption. Their eating habits are nothing short of a spectacle, marked by loud, disturbing noises that drown out the pleasant hum of mealtime conversations. This narcissist doesn't just eat, they ravage their food, as if they're participating in a wild, untamed feast. They seem to have an insatiable hunger, a bottomless pit that can't be filled, no matter how much they eat. And the way they eat, it's as if they haven't seen food in years. They're not just eating to sustain themselves, it's more of a greedy, ravenous consumption that disregards the comfort of others around them. Imagine sitting across from them trying to enjoy a quiet meal, but all you can hear is the sound of their noisy, chaotic eating. It's not just the noise that's off-putting, it's the utter lack of consideration for others, the disregard for basic etiquette, and the complete oblivion to the discomfort they're causing. They don't cover their mouth, they make weird sounds, and they simply do not respect the people who are eating around them. There's no mindfulness about what they're eating or how much they're eating. Their sole focus is to engulf it all, to fill that bottomless pit, to satisfy that insatiable hunger, oblivious to the fact that they're turning a pleasant mealtime into an uncomfortable ordeal for others. But what's more disturbing is the sheer indifference they display. They're so engrossed in their own world of consumption that they don't care how their actions affect others. They don't care if their loud noises are disturbing, if their lack of manners is off-putting, or if their animalistic eating habits are making others uncomfortable. Their only concern is to fill their own bellies, regardless of how it impacts those around them. Surely not a pleasant sight to witness, is it? Next up, we have the narcissist who experiences delurgasm while eating. Now, you may be wondering, what's a delurgasm? Well, it's a portmanteau of delusion and orgasm. Quite a peculiar term, isn't it? But it's the perfect way to describe what these narcissists go through during mealtimes. Imagine this: you're sitting down for a meal, and the moment the first morsel hits their mouth, off they go. It's like opening a floodgate of stories all centered around themselves. The narcissist starts narrating tales of their day and how they've managed to shame a certain person. They gleefully recount how they belittled the person who works under them. But it doesn't stop there. Oh no, they continue to bask in the glory of their own tales, detailing how they received all the adulation in the office. They tell you how everyone was admiring them, how they bested their colleagues at work and proved they knew more than them. Now, you might think that these are just harmless tales of their day, but that's where you'd be wrong. You see, the narcissist isn't just sharing these stories for the sake of conversation. They're doing so to relive the same excitement they felt when bringing those people down in reality, or even in their own fantasy. And while they're busy glorifying their actions and achievements, they completely disregard others at the table. They use mealtimes as their personal stage, casting themselves in the lead role and reducing everyone else to mere spectators. This is the delurgasm experiencer, a narcissist who uses food not just as a means to satiate their hunger, but as a catalyst to boost their ego and reinforce their self-importance. Their delusions of grandeur reach such a peak during mealtimes that it's akin to an orgasmic experience for them, hence the term delurgasm. Quite a monologue to sit through, don't you think? Then there are narcissists who eat meticulously as if seeking perfection. You see, the narcissist's need for control isn't confined to their actions alone. It spills over into their eating habits, transforming the simple act of enjoying a meal into a parade of precision and perfection. Picture this: you're sitting at a dinner table and there's a narcissist dining with you. Every movement they make is calculated, every bite is measured, every chew is timed. It's as if they're performing a choreographed dance with their food, where every step, every move is dictated by their unyielding need for control. But it doesn't stop there. Their obsession with control is not just about how they eat. It extends to how those around them eat as well. They scrutinize your every move, policing your manners, critiquing your method of eating, and even dictating the pace at which you should chew. And if you dare to deviate from their set standards, brace yourself for a barrage of passive-aggressive comments or outright criticism. It's not about table manners. Oh no, it goes beyond that. It's about them projecting their own rigid standards of perfection onto others. It's about them needing to control every aspect of the dining experience, to the point where you feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to make even the slightest misstep. In their world, eating isn't just about nourishing the body, it's a performance. It's a power play. It's an opportunity for them to assert their dominance and reinforce their superiority. It's yet another avenue for them to flex their control, to remind you of their authority and to keep you in a constant state of anxiety and discomfort. So the next time you find yourself at a meal with a narcissist who's playing the role of the perfection seeker, remember this: their behavior isn't about you, it's about them. And their insatiable need for control. It's about them trying to mask their insecurities and their deep-seated fear of losing control. A meal with them can feel like a boot camp, can't it? It's exhausting, it's stressful, but most importantly, it's a clear sign that you're dealing with a narcissist. Fourthly, there are narcissists who use food to control others. These individuals are masters of manipulation, and they use food as their primary tool. Picture this. You're at the dinner table, your plate is filled with your favorite food, but before you can enjoy it, a comment is made. It could be about the amount of food on your plate, or perhaps a snide remark about your choice of meal. Either way, it's a direct attack on your eating habits. These narcissists go beyond just controlling the amount of food you consume. They wrap their comments in concern, making it seem as though they're doing you a favor by restricting your food intake. They may say you're eating too much or you're eating the wrong stuff. They'll even go as far as to suggest that you're not actually hungry and that you shouldn't be eating at all. It's a classic manipulation tactic designed to make you question your own hunger, but it doesn't stop there. They also use food as a guilt trip. By making you feel like you're committing a sin every time you eat, they're able to control not only your diet but also your emotions. It's a power play, pure and simple. In essence, these narcissists use food to assert their dominance, making you feel small and insignificant. It's a nasty game they play, and it's all about control. Pretty manipulative, right? Finally, we have the narcissist who forces group eating, almost like a cult leader. This is not about family values or the joy of shared meals. No, this is about control, a dark and twisted form of control that transforms the dinner table into a stage for their psychological games. Imagine this scenario. You're invited to a meal, and you're told it's about togetherness, about building bonds. But in reality, it's an orchestrated performance, a well-rehearsed play with the narcissist as the star and everyone else as mere props. The narcissist uses these meal times as an opportunity to abuse, to shame, to terrorize. They are the puppet master, pulling the strings, dictating the rhythm and flow of the meal. They decide who eats what, who speaks when, who gets praised, who gets criticized. It's a power play, a demonstration of their dominance and control. The food isn't just food, it's a weapon, a tool used to enforce their rules, their norms, their hierarchy. And you, the unsuspecting diner, are caught in the middle, forced to navigate this treacherous terrain, to decipher the unspoken rules, to play along or face the consequences. And the worst part, you can't just get up and leave. You're part of this cult-like ritual, trapped in this cycle of abuse and control. It's not just about eating, it's about surviving, about enduring, about resisting. Quite a horrifying mealtime experience, wouldn't you agree? That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, give thumbs up. For more videos like this, hit subscribe button.